Calmness is not merely the absence of chaos but a powerful state of mind that allows us to navigate life with clarity, resilience, and wisdom. In a world driven by constant noise, pressure, and urgency, the ability to remain calm is one of the greatest strengths a person can develop. True power comes not from force, aggression, or dominance but from a composed mind that can think rationally, make wise decisions, and maintain inner stability despite external challenges. Many people mistake calmness for passivity, but in reality, it is an active skill that requires self-awareness, discipline, and control. Calm individuals do not react impulsively to situations, they respond with thoughtfulness and purpose. This distinction is crucial because reaction is often driven by emotion, while response is guided by reason. Those who master the art of staying calm gain a level of control over their lives that others do not. One of the first steps to achieving calmness is mastering the mind. The human mind is constantly bombarded with thoughts, many of which are unnecessary, negative, or anxiety-inducing. Without awareness, these thoughts control our emotions, making us reactive and unstable. But when we learn to observe our thoughts without immediately identifying with them, we gain the power to detach and choose which thoughts deserve our attention. This mental discipline is a key foundation of inner peace. Emotional intelligence plays a crucial role in cultivating calmness. Many people allow their emotions to dictate their actions, often leading to regret, stress, and conflict. But emotions should be acknowledged, not obeyed. The ability to recognize emotions, understand their source, and manage them effectively is what separates emotionally stable individuals from those who are easily swayed by their feelings. True emotional mastery does not mean suppressing emotions but rather channeling them constructively. Patience is another essential quality of calm individuals. In an era of instant gratification, patience has become rare, yet it remains one of the most powerful traits a person can develop. Patience allows us to endure hardships without frustration, to make long-term decisions without rushing into impulsive choices, and to remain composed when things do not go as planned. It also strengthens resilience, ensuring that setbacks and delays do not shake our inner stability. One of the greatest enemies of calmness is overthinking. Many people waste their mental energy analyzing past mistakes, worrying about the future, or overcomplicating simple matters. Overthinking creates unnecessary stress and robs us of our ability to be present in the moment. The key to overcoming overthinking is to focus on action rather than endless analysis. When we take small, deliberate steps instead of drowning in worry, we reclaim control over our minds. The way we handle stress also determines our ability to remain calm. Stress is an inevitable part of life, but how we respond to it makes all the difference. Instead of allowing stress to consume us, we can train ourselves to see it as a challenge rather than a threat. When approached with the right mindset, stress can be an opportunity for growth, pushing us to develop resilience, creativity, and mental toughness. At its core, calmness is about control, not control over others or external events, but control over ourselves. When we cultivate inner stability, we become immune to the chaos of the outside world. We no longer feel the need to react to every disturbance, engage in unnecessary conflicts, or let circumstances dictate our mood. This self-mastery gives us a quiet but undeniable power, allowing us to move through life with strength, clarity, and confidence. Calmness is a skill that must be practiced daily. It is not something that happens naturally in a chaotic world, but something we must cultivate through intentional habits and mental discipline. The first step is understanding that external events do not create our emotions, our interpretation of those events does. When we realize that nothing has power over us unless we allow it to, we begin to reclaim control over our inner state. One of the most effective ways to maintain calmness is by setting emotional boundaries. Many people allow others to dictate their mood, reacting to every criticism, disagreement, or inconvenience. But true power comes from detachment, the ability to remain unaffected by external negativity. This does not mean becoming indifferent or uncaring, rather, it means recognizing that we are not obligated to absorb the emotions of others. We can acknowledge negativity without internalizing it. Breathing techniques are another powerful tool for maintaining calmness. The breath is directly linked to our nervous system, and by controlling it, we can instantly shift from a state of stress to a state of relaxation. Slow, deep breathing signals to the body that there is no immediate threat, allowing us to regain composure even in tense situations. This practice is used by athletes, soldiers, and leaders who must remain composed under pressure. Meditation is one of the most effective long-term strategies for cultivating a calm mind. By regularly practicing stillness and mindfulness, we train our minds to become less reactive. Meditation allows us to observe our thoughts without getting caught up in them, helping us develop greater awareness and emotional stability. Over time, this practice strengthens our ability to remain calm even in challenging circumstances. Another essential aspect of calmness is mastering our focus. Many people scatter their attention across too many things, leading to mental exhaustion and unnecessary stress. When we learn to direct our focus toward what truly matters and ignore distractions, we gain a sense of control over our minds. This is why high achievers often emphasize the importance of eliminating trivial concerns and dedicating their energy to meaningful pursuits. Silence is a powerful tool that many underestimate. In a world filled with constant noise, both external and internal, learning to embrace silence allows us to reset our minds. Taking moments of solitude to reflect, disconnect, and simply be present strengthens our ability to remain calm in the face of challenges. Many of history's greatest thinkers and leaders practiced solitude as a way to gain clarity and wisdom. The way we handle conflict is another defining factor in our ability to stay calm. Many people react to confrontation with aggression or defensiveness, escalating situations unnecessarily. But those who remain calm in conflicts gain the upper hand because they are able to think rationally while others are controlled by emotion. Calmness allows us to listen more effectively, respond rather than react, and resolve issues without unnecessary drama. Time management is also closely linked to calmness. People who feel overwhelmed often experience stress because they lack control over their schedules. When we take charge of our time, setting priorities, eliminating distractions, and planning ahead, we reduce anxiety and create space for a more peaceful mindset. A well-structured life leads to a well-balanced mind. Finally, we must recognize that calmness is not about avoiding difficulties but about facing them with confidence and control. Life will always present challenges, but those who develop the ability to remain calm gain a significant advantage. They are able to navigate obstacles with clarity, make better decisions, and inspire confidence in those around them. Calmness is the ultimate strength because it allows us to stay composed in situations where others lose control. It is a quiet power that commands respect, enables us to move through life with grace, and ensures that we are never at the mercy of external chaos. True calmness is not something that can be forced, it must be developed through consistent practice and deep self-awareness. Many people try to control their external environment to maintain a sense of calm, but the real power lies in controlling how we respond to life's uncertainties. The key to mastering this lies in cultivating emotional resilience, mental clarity, and an unwavering sense of inner stability. One of the most powerful ways to strengthen calmness is by changing our relationship with stress. Stress is often viewed as something to be avoided, but in reality, it is a natural part of life. The problem is not stress itself but our reaction to it. When we resist stress, it consumes us. When we learn to navigate it, we become stronger. Stress can be transformed into motivation, focus, and growth if we approach it with the right mindset. Self-discipline is another crucial factor in maintaining a calm mind. Many people allow their emotions to dictate their actions, leading to impulsivity and instability. But those who cultivate self-discipline learn to act based on reason rather than temporary feelings. They do not let anger, frustration, or fear drive their decisions. Instead, they take a step back, assess the situation objectively, and respond in a way that aligns with their long-term goals. The ability to let go is one of the most underrated skills in achieving calmness. Many people hold on to past mistakes, grudges, and regrets, carrying unnecessary burdens that drain their mental energy. But true peace comes from learning to release what no longer serves us. Letting go does not mean ignoring problems or avoiding responsibility. It means accepting what cannot be changed and focusing on what can. The more we resist reality, the more we suffer. Another vital aspect of staying calm is practicing gratitude. When we focus on what we lack, we create stress and dissatisfaction. But when we shift our perspective to appreciate what we already have, our mindset changes. Gratitude is a powerful tool that rewires the brain to focus on positivity rather than scarcity. It reminds us that no matter how chaotic life may seem, there is always something to be grateful for. Our environment plays a significant role in our ability to maintain calmness. The people we surround ourselves with, the spaces we live in, and the habits we develop all contribute to our mental state. Toxic relationships, cluttered environments, and negative influences create unnecessary stress. By intentionally creating a space that promotes peace, both physically and mentally, we set ourselves up for success. This is why successful people prioritize personal development, healthy routines, and meaningful connections. One of the most challenging aspects of cultivating calmness is dealing with difficult people. No matter how composed we are, there will always be individuals who try to provoke, criticize, or undermine us. But calm individuals do not waste energy engaging in unnecessary conflicts. Instead of reacting emotionally, they choose their battles wisely. They recognize that not every comment needs a response and that true power lies in walking away from negativity rather than engaging in it. Decision-making also improves when we cultivate calmness. Many poor decisions are made in moments of panic, fear, or frustration. But those who remain calm under pressure are able to think clearly, weigh their options, and make choices based on logic rather than impulse. This is why some of the most successful leaders are known for their composure. They do not allow temporary emotions to cloud their judgment. At its core, calmness is about mastering the mind. The ability to remain steady in the face of uncertainty, to control our emotions rather than be controlled by them, and to navigate life with a sense of clarity is a rare and powerful skill. Calm people are not detached or emotionless, they are simply in control of how they react to the world. As we continue to develop this skill, we begin to experience life differently. Challenges no longer seem overwhelming, setbacks become lessons, and external negativity loses its power over us. Calmness allows us to operate from a place of strength rather than reactivity, ensuring that we remain focused, confident, and unshaken no matter what life throws our way. Calmness is not about suppressing emotions but about understanding them. Many people believe that being calm means never feeling anger, frustration, or sadness, but this is a misconception. Calm individuals experience the full range of human emotions, but they process them differently. Instead of letting emotions control their actions, they observe them, understand their root causes, and respond in a measured way. This emotional intelligence is what allows them to remain composed even in difficult situations. Point 1. Of the most powerful tools for maintaining calmness is self-awareness. People who lack self-awareness often react impulsively because they do not understand what triggers them. They become defensive, overwhelmed, or anxious without realizing why. But when we develop a deeper understanding of ourselves, our patterns, triggers, and thought processes, we gain control over our reactions. Self-awareness allows us to pause before responding, ensuring that our actions align with our values rather than being driven by fleeting emotions. Managing expectations is another key component of calmness. Much of our frustration comes from expecting life to unfold in a certain way and then feeling disappointed when reality does not match our expectations. But life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. Those who cultivate calmness understand that they cannot control everything, but they can control how they adapt to challenges. Instead of resisting change, they embrace it, seeing difficulties as opportunities for growth rather than as threats. Learning to say no is essential for protecting our peace of mind. Many people overcommit themselves out of guilt, obligation, or fear of disappointing others. But constantly saying yes to everything leads to stress, exhaustion, and resentment. Calm individuals set clear boundaries and prioritize their well-being. They understand that they cannot pour from an empty cup, so they guard their time and energy carefully, ensuring that they do not take on more than they can handle. The role of perspective in calmness cannot be overstated. Often, what we perceive as a crisis is merely a temporary problem that will pass with time. When we step back and view situations from a broader perspective, we realize that most challenges are not as significant as they seem in the moment. This mindset shift reduces stress and helps us maintain our composure even in difficult circumstances. Developing a sense of detachment is another powerful strategy for remaining calm. This does not mean being indifferent or uncaring, but rather not allowing external events to dictate our inner peace. People who are overly attached to outcomes, approval, or control tend to experience high levels of anxiety. But those who practice detachment understand that their worth is not defined by external circumstances. They focus on what they can control and let go of what they cannot, freeing themselves from unnecessary stress. Point 1. Of the greatest tests of calmness is dealing with uncertainty. Many people struggle with anxiety because they fear the unknown. They overanalyze, worry about the future, and try to control outcomes that are beyond their influence. But calm individuals learn to embrace uncertainty rather than fear it. They trust themselves to handle whatever comes their way, focusing on the present rather than dwelling on hypothetical scenarios. Practicing stillness is a powerful way to cultivate calmness. In a fast-paced world, we are constantly bombarded with information, distractions, and noise. Taking intentional moments of stillness, whether through meditation, deep breathing, or quiet reflection, allows us to reset our minds. It gives us the space to process emotions, regain clarity, and reconnect with ourselves. The ability to sit in silence without feeling restless is a sign of true inner peace. At its deepest level, calmness is about mastering the art of presence. Many people live in a constant state of distraction, worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. But true power comes from being fully engaged in the present moment. When we learn to focus on what is happening right now rather than getting lost in regrets or anxieties, we experience life with greater clarity, joy, and fulfillment. Calmness is not something that happens overnight. It requires patience, practice, and a commitment to self-improvement. But as we develop this skill, we begin to experience life in a new way. We become less reactive, more confident, and better equipped to handle challenges. We stop wasting energy on things that do not matter and start focusing on what truly does. Calmness is not just a personal skill, it influences every aspect of our lives, from our relationships to our professional success. When we develop a calm and steady presence, we become more effective communicators, better decision makers, and stronger leaders. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence and composure. They trust individuals who remain level-headed under pressure and seek guidance from those who do not let emotions cloud their judgment. In relationships, calmness allows us to navigate conflicts with maturity and wisdom. Many arguments escalate because both parties react impulsively, driven by emotions rather than logic. But when we remain calm, we can listen more effectively, respond thoughtfully, and de-escalate tense situations. We learn to separate our emotions from the facts, ensuring that disagreements do not turn into destructive conflicts. Calm individuals do not take everything personally, nor do they feel the need to prove themselves in every argument. Instead, they prioritize understanding over winning. Calmness also enhances our ability to lead. Whether in a professional setting or in our personal lives, people look up to those who can maintain their composure in high-stress situations. Leaders who panic create chaos, while those who remain steady inspire confidence. A calm leader is one who makes rational decisions, supports their team, and navigates uncertainty with grace. They are not easily shaken by setbacks because they understand that challenges are a natural part of growth. Our mental and physical health also benefit from cultivating calmness. Stress and anxiety take a significant toll on the body, leading to fatigue, illness, and burnout. Chronic stress weakens the immune system, disrupts sleep, and drains our energy. But when we develop a calm mindset, we protect ourselves from these harmful effects. We learn to manage stress in a healthy way, ensuring that we do not let negative emotions consume us. One of the greatest benefits of calmness is clarity. When the mind is cluttered with stress, worry, and distractions, it becomes difficult to think clearly. But when we cultivate calmness, we gain mental clarity, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. We stop wasting energy on trivial concerns and start prioritizing our goals, passions, and personal growth. Clarity enables us to make better decisions, set meaningful goals, and live with greater purpose. Practicing calmness also makes us more adaptable. Life is unpredictable and unexpected challenges are inevitable. Many people struggle because they resist change, clinging to their comfort zones out of fear. But those who cultivate calmness understand that adaptability is key to success. They embrace change with an open mind, viewing obstacles as opportunities rather than setbacks. They do not panic in the face of uncertainty but instead trust their ability to navigate challenges with confidence. The key to maintaining calmness in daily life is consistency. It is not enough to practice calmness only when things are going well, we must integrate it into our daily routines. This means setting aside time for mindfulness, engaging in activities that bring us peace, and continuously working on our self-awareness. The more we practice, the more natural it becomes. Over time, calmness becomes our default state rather than something we must consciously work to achieve. Ultimately, calmness is a form of power. It allows us to move through life with confidence, resilience, and purpose. It shields us from unnecessary stress, improves our relationships, and helps us reach our full potential. When we master the art of calmness, we stop being controlled by external circumstances and start taking control of our own lives. We become unshaken by negativity, focused on what truly matters, and capable of handling anything life throws our way. The journey to developing calmness is not always easy, but it is one of the most valuable skills we can cultivate. It transforms the way we think, feel, and interact with the world. As we continue to grow in this area, we find that life becomes more fulfilling, challenges become easier to handle, and true peace becomes our natural state.